All right. So he's got his sun in Leo. Sun in Leo is very strong. It's in the fourth house. It's conjunct Jupiter. Mick Jagger, Kanye West, right? Alex Jones. It creates a very big personality because Jupiter expands, and really, it's the great benefic. It makes things really flourish, generous, big-hearted, very well-meaning. And because Sun rules Leo, this helps the Jupiter. It's natural. It's more subdued. You might think it's like more. It would be more overblown, more egotistical, but actually not. Like there's a lot more confidence. The Sun in Leo is very confident. It's very natural. It's very healthy. It's very dignified. It rules Leo. It does very well in Leo, right? And Jupiter benefits off that, even though Leo is the sign of the ego. Right? It's a bit more natural, but it does very well here. And it makes a very big personality, big ego, philosophical, generous. Of course, Jupiter the sun does tend to burn Jupiter. It burns whatever planet it comes in contact with. That's why it's called combustion when a planet's so close. So there will be times of depression, of losing faith. There's burnout, periods of burnout. But then it comes back. Sun can damage Jupiter, and I think that when it's flourishing, you get all the positive qualities infused into the sun of that planet. And then when there's the burnout, you get the real negative opposite side of that. Lack of faith and, lack of connection to God, spirituality. He was born into a religious family, very philosophical and spiritual, right? He's always talking about, his spiritual experiences and things like that. Fourth house also deals with, obviously, early childhood, home life, and what makes us happy, right? Because home is where the heart is. So anytime planets are in the fourth house, that's naturally something that makes us happy. And so if the fourth lord is in the fourth house, that shows that he's very happy at home. Fourth house is also politics, so he's going to have political influence with his sun and Jupiter in the fourth house. He's going to represent the homeland, and people will feel that he represents the homeland. People will feel represented by him because fourth house is the homeland, home turf. People with very luxurious homes. He has a big multi-million-dollar home in Austin, Texas. Also being in brick and mortar, something about an actual physical center, that fourth house physicality, right? Jupiter is ruling the 8th house cusp and the 11th house. So, the things that he likes to talk about, out of the box things, drugs, social issues, conspiratorial type stuff. He's not an Alex Jones, but he does have Alex Jones on the show. Robert Malone, there's just tons of confidence in a lot of areas because of Leo, Sun, and then Mercury. Mercury is ruling the 5th house, obviously 5th house for entertainment, right? And he's an entertainer. I mean, that's primarily what he does. He entertains people. And 2nd house, speaking, voice, speaking, right? And then Mercury also just in general communication. Mars in Scorpio, he likes to fight and he likes fighting, right? UFC commentator. He's good on stage. He's excellent on stage. Super confident, great presenter. He belongs on stage. He belongs in front of the camera. He should be speaking publicly. These observations are bold, they're evocative. Leo's not necessarily funny, but it's just so bright and warm, and it brings warmth and jovialness, right? Leos can be very jovial and happy, and they lighten people up. So yeah, Leo is great for comedy if it's supported in other ways. It's great for creativity. 5th house is great for creativity as well. So we're getting that. Mercury is semi-square Pluto. So that's adding to this jokey kind of way that he goes about things. He curses a lot, and he has very bold, outspoken views, and he says things that are like really just kind of like destructive. And that's Venus conjunct Pluto and Uranus in Virgo. Virgo is very perceptive, very sharp. Pluto is the deep, it's raw, it's deep, it's powerful, it's strong, and that's kind of like shock. Like when you listen to him, there's humor there, but it's a bit more like, whoa, like, wow, it's powerful, it's strong, it's evocative, provocative. With Mercury semi-square Pluto, that's not so good for his mental health. He does have to be careful of drugs and alcohol. If he goes too far down that end, he could become very destructive and mentally off balance. But Mercury here is helped by the sun in Leo because the sun is so strong, and then Jupiter as well. And then also for his mind, when he said he had headaches, I think Pluto semi-square Mercury probably as well. That does relate. There's a light square between Sun and Neptune. You can easily be fooled, and should watch out for drugs and alcohol, things of that nature. Mercury. There's a light square between Mercury and the nodes. It's 4 degrees off, and it's separating. Anytime there's a planet connected with the nodes, south node, north node, or square, then it's going to have something to do with the destiny of the person. So Mercury is what he does. He's a talker, a communicator, media personality. I think that's pretty much the bulk of what I want to share about Joe Rogan. Probably the changing in career has to do with Venus conjunct Pluto. But I'm getting into minutia here, so I think that's enough. You can email me directly to book a reading, or for whatever.